Here are some trending news in Nigeria. Nigeria faces a pivotal moment as political, economic, and social pressures converge, raising questions about the country's democratic trajectory. Analysts warn that indecision and systemic paralysis could stall reform, while civil society voices call for stronger institutional frameworks to ensure accountability, transparency, and responsive governance. Key political figures and policymakers are under scrutiny as citizens demand solutions to pressing challenges, including security, economic inequality, and electoral credibility. The coming months are expected to define whether Nigeria consolidates its democratic progress or confronts prolonged instability. Political tensions are mounting ahead of Nigeria's 2027 presidential primaries as cracks emerge within the ruling All Progressives Congress, prompting rival parties to watch closely. The People's Democratic Party, African Democratic Congress, and Labour Party are strategizing to exploit divisions over zoning and candidate selection within all prognosis, even as President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's administration maintains an appearance of unity. Opposition leaders, including Atiku Abubakar of People's Democratic Party and key Labour Party figures, are mobilizing support while navigating internal disagreements, setting the stage for a highly contested political season that could redefine alliances and the electoral landscape. Niger Delta activists are calling for an urgent overhaul of Nigeria's gas flaring laws, demanding transparency in the use of fines collected from oil companies and insisting that penalties directly benefit affected communities. Environmental advocates highlighted the failure of the Petroleum Industry Act provisions to curb harmful emissions, while urging lawmakers and regulators to enforce stricter oversight. Community leaders stressed that flaring not only damages the environment but also threatens livelihoods, pushing for a timeline to phase out routine gas flaring and ensure revenue from penalties is invested in social and ecological remediation projects. The federal government has partnered with the African Finance Corporation in a landmark $1.3 billion deal aimed at reviving Nigeria's alumina and mining sectors while boosting foreign exchange earnings. Officials say the agreement will modernize processing facilities, attract international investment, and enhance industrial output across the country. With expectations to generate jobs and strengthen export revenues, government and African Finance Corporation executives have emphasized transparency and environmental compliance, while noting that successful implementation could reduce Nigeria's dependence on crude oil and support economic diversification. The Nigerian Bar Association and the Center for Integrity in Finance and Citizenship are advocating for advanced forensic technologies to secure the 2027 elections, warning that conventional safeguards alone are insufficient to prevent electoral fraud. Leaders urged adoption of digital auditing tools, secure data trails, and legislative backing to ensure transparency, noting that youth engagement and public trust hinge on credible elections. The call highlights the critical role of technology and law in strengthening democracy, with emphasis on training electoral officials and security personnel to guarantee integrity throughout the voting and result verification process. Commuters and air travelers at Lagos Murtala Mohammed Airport faced extreme delays as gridlock paralyzed surrounding roads, causing missed flights and public frustration. Eyewitnesses reported traffic queues stretching several kilometers, with families and business travelers stranded for hours. Analysts blamed poor coordination between airport authorities and traffic agencies, calling for urgent urban mobility solutions and dedicated airport corridors. The incident has intensified calls for improved traffic management and sustainable infrastructure investment to accommodate Lagos' growing population and commercial activity. Controversy surrounds Governor Dave Umahi as his accuser comes under scrutiny, with allies of the minister emphasizing the need for verifiable evidence before conclusions are drawn. Political analysts suggest that the case could influence intra-party dynamics, with debates intensifying over ethics, accountability, and the responsibility of public officials to address allegations transparently. Umahi's office has maintained a position of cooperation with investigative authorities, while supporters call for due process, highlighting the delicate balance between political accountability and legal fairness in high-profile disputes. For more trending news in Nigeria, subscribe to our channel, follow and visit us at DiasporaNews.ng.